Hi, everybody. Guess what we're learning about today? We're learning about conspiracy theories. Oh no! No, we're not. We're learning about something called character foils. It might sound familiar. It's because we already learned it, but we're going to review it because I want you to be smart.
That is so weird.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the lesson. Okay, so character foils. We've already learned about them, but let's go ahead and go back through them just one more time so we can double check that you know what they are. Character foils are basically a character or a pair of characters who contrast each other and emphasize different qualities or characteristics of their personalities. So, to do some big brain time real quick here, in other words, when you have a really smart character and a really not smart character, then the fact that character A is smart and the fact that character B is not smart is heightened, it's emphasized, it's something that the author or the filmmaker or whatever is trying to draw attention to for a specific reason that usually relates to their theme, right? Or a lesson that they have. You usually see this between main characters and side characters or two different main characters in a story. You don't often see this with background characters at all. So some examples that we have here are Shrek and Donkey. Shrek is very aggressive and rude. Donkey is very lighthearted and charismatic. Marlin and Dory. Marlin is very much concerned with like safety. Dory kind of has a disregard for safety, right? Mater and Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen's a city boy, Mater's a country boy. And then Gaston and the Beast. Gaston is a human, he's really arrogant. The Beast is not human right now, and he also doesn't have a very high self-esteem. He thinks very low of himself, while Gaston thinks very high of himself. You probably remember these characters that we brought up in discussion back in class, but these are some good examples of character foils. So what characters have we been introduced to so far in Lord of the Flies? So far, we have Ralph, Piggy, Jack. Some of the more side characters are Maurice, Roger, and the twins. So, what you're going to want to do as you're reading through chapter 2 is you're going to want to think to yourself, especially when these characters interact with each other, in what ways are these characters different from each other? Especially, in what ways are the characters really different from each other? Do Ralph and Piggy have two very different personalities, or maybe two very different motivations? Do Ralph and Jack see very differently on some kind of subject? When you ask yourself those questions, not only do you become a better reader, but you're also going to be able to pick up on certain things that the author of Lord of the Flies, William Golding, wants you to see. Okay? So, how do you identify these character foils? I have a bit of a list here. The first thing is you're going to want to look for a character that has personality traits that's opposite of one of the main characters. So remember the acronym STAR. You're going to want to ask yourself, okay, based on the way this character speaks, thinks, acts, and appears, how are they different from another character in the book? And once you're done contrasting those two character traits, the third question you need to ask yourself is, what message is the author trying to communicate to us, the readers, based on how those personality traits affect the story? Okay, so go out, do big brain time, and as always, remember that foil. As always, remember that character foils are a significant part of literature.
Still weird.